Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta. So this evening we are going to be doing a ritual to celebrate the festival of Lammas. Thank you so much for joining me. I have got the chat on the screen to the side of me, so I can see that we've got the lovely Kate. Welcome in. If you come in, do remember to say hi. However, once I get started with the ritual, I won't be checking chat, but I will check back at the end. So hopefully you will have had a chance to look at the description for the video. That has a little bit of information about what you might want to have if you want to have a more kind of involved experience with it. However, you can just sit back and enjoy it. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Things that I would recommend that you grab, even if you're just going to be watching, and that is something to eat and drink. It can be as simple as a cup of tea and a biscuit, glass of water, anything that you want, but it is important. Taking part in ritual can be a little draining, and it's always nice to ground yourself at the end with something edible. So for those of you who are members of the Patreon or channel members here on YouTube, there will be a copy of the script available to you should you want it. If you can't find it, reach out to me and I'll make sure that I send you a copy in a format that you can open. So we have got a couple of people in now. That is lovely. I will give it a minute before we get started. So if anyone's got any burning questions in the meantime, now is a good time to get them in so that I can answer them. We've got our little script for this evening. If you are interested in any of the ritual content that I produce and want more of the same, you can go back and watch previous rituals if you wish. This will be the third Lammas ritual that I'm creating for the channel. As I was mentioning in my last video, sometimes it's nice to go back and see different ways that we've celebrated in the past. So, right, I think we will crack on with this now. So let's just get comfy. Make sure that you are comfortable wherever you are, and we will get a start. So, enter our circle on this night, with minds open and eyes bright. Priest and priestess, one and all, come to us now, to you we call. This is a time for celebration, a time for feasting and libation. We ask that you leave behind your cares and quarrels of the day and enter our sacred space in trust and in friendship. Now we're going to do a little grounding and centering exercise. So sit comfortably, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold the breath for as long as you can comfortably do so. And then let it out slowly. And as you do, it's all the stresses leaving you. Shake your limbs. If it feels a bit silly, laughter is fine. It is a gift of the gods. Now, find our centre. Find the centre within you, the place where you feel together and whole, balanced. Sense that this point is connected with everyone else's point of balance, and that of the earth and the wider universe. As we connect through our centres, enjoy this feeling of released tension, of balanced focus, and know that we are about to walk between the worlds. We start off by cleansing and consecrating our salt and water. Creatures of water, I cast from thee doubt, hesitation, fear, and distrust. I cast into thee strong will, hope, warmth, and friendship. Creatures of salt, I cast from thee doubt, hesitation, fear, distrust. I cast into you strong will, hope, warmth, and friendship. Salt joins with water as lover joins with beloved, as we all join in the universe. Blessed be. Now we will take our salt water and we will use that to consecrate our sacred space. Cleanse away what blocks our life. Cleanse away all stress and strife. Replace the void with happiness. Prepare the way for new success. Cleanse away what blocks our life. Cleanse away all stress and strife. Replace the void with happiness. Prepare the way for new success. And a third. Cleanse away what blocks our life. Cleanse away all stress and strife. Replace the void with happiness. Prepare the way for new success. Blessed be. And now we are ready to cast our circle. I cast about this space a circle, a web, as energy does flow and ebb. A perfect place of love and trust between the realms of men and the almighty spirits when we may worship with our King. As above, so below. The circle is cast, so mote it be. And now we will welcome in the quarters, the elements, and as we do that, this is where, if you have prepared your representations of the elements, this is where they come in. So we will start in the east with incense for the air. Smell the air. I call the guardians of the watchtowers of the east, element of air. Lend your wisdom and intellect to this ritual and join us in this celebration. Hail and welcome. Onto the south. Sea, fire. I call the guardians of the watchtowers of the south, element of fire. Lend your passion and creativity to this ritual and join us in this celebration. Hail and welcome. And to the west. Taste the water. I call the guardians of the watchtowers of the west, element of water. Lend your transformation and love to this ritual and join us in this celebration. Hail and welcome. And in the north, we have the earth. Feel the earth. I call the guardians of the watchtowers of the north, element of earth. Lend your strength and stability to this ritual and join us in this celebration. Hail and welcome. And now to come full circle and encompass all five senses. Hear the beat of your heart and repeat after me. I am air. I am fire. I am water. I am earth. I am all things. All things are me. And I am free. So, we will invite our deities to join us, the god and goddess. They are the central figures in this story this evening. So, we will start with the goddess. Soothing light, a mother's glow, shine down on us now that we may know your love and feel your comforting arms, keeping all of us safe from harm. On this night, we ask your presence, Lady, Mother, Lover, essence of all that is and e'er shall be. As I call, we ask your blessings, please. Hail and welcome. And the god. Brilliant sunlight fills our heart when we think of you, dear Lord. Thou art the perfect partner, lover, son, paired with the goddess since time begun. So now we ask you to with us meet to make the partnership complete. So come with us and with us be. As I call, I ask your blessings, please. Hail and welcome. From the 4 directions, we've gathered together to join this circle. From our many traditions, we call those whom we honour. We are different in the names which we speak, the ways which we seek, and the paths which we travel. But we are together in our reverence for nature, the cycles of life, and the inspiration within. Together, we may be strangers, although tonight we will be a family, differing in personal spirituality, but united in connection to divinity. We gather here in this place that is not a place, at a time that is not a time, to celebrate Lammas. At this time, for many years past, people have gathered together to celebrate. The word Lammas comes from the Anglo-Saxon halfmas, meaning loaf mass. It marks the first harvest, when the first grain is gathered, ground, and baked. This loaf, the first loaf, would then be offered to the gods as a thanks. And here we have our corn presented to our god. Here stands the embodiment of the Corn King, he who has brought about a great harvest from the womb of the Great Mother. Now, as the last grain is cut, he returns to the earth to slumber. Gather round, O children of the harvest, and celebrate his bounty. Behold the Corn King, dead before you. He has died of his love, and so it has been, year after year, since time immemorial. But what of the Holly King, the god of the waning year? If he too is dead, then all that sleeps in the womb of the earth would sleep forever. What should we do that the Holly King will live again? We must give him the bread of life. Come back to us, Holly King, that the land may be fruitful. And the god speaks. He says, I am a battle-raging spear. I am a salmon in the pool. I am a ruthless boar. I am the threatening noise of the sea. I am a wave, and I do live again. The god and goddess joined once more, and we can all rejoice in the cycles. To symbolise the joining of the god and goddess, we perform the great rite. As the athame is to the god, So the chalice is to the goddess. For what one lacks, the other can give. And there is no greater magic in all the world than that of love. Blessed be. And we all celebrate with cakes and ale or bread and wine in any way that you see fit. And we bless that food. So, from the sun to the land, from the land to the grain, from the grain to the flour, and from the flour to this bread. I consecrate this bread in the name of the Lord and the Lady. So might it be. From the sun to the flour, from the flour to the fruit, from the fruit to this cider. I consecrate this cider in the name of the Lord and the Lady. Blessed be. And now, traditionally, we will share these. Obviously, I can't actually share them with you, which is such a shame, but I hope that you'll be partaking of something yourself at this point. But within my tradition, when you share food and drink, when you share drink, you will say, may your cup always be full. Blessed be. And when sharing food, you would say, may your belly always be full. Blessed be. And as always, it's really nice to save a portion of food and drink, put it outside so that it may feed your local wildlife and be a gift to those local spirits. Traditionally, this would be the time at a larger Lammas celebration where there would be games. Quite often the sort of things that you could see at a country fair. So you might do horseshoe throwing or welly wanging. I think that's a particularly British thing. So if any of my overseas watchers are confused by that, I will explain it in the comments. When I was running the open circles publicly, we would have events, and then whoever won the event would be crowned as the protector of the harvest, the kind of human representation of our god, our harvest protector. And they would quite often be gifted with a sheath of corn or a corn dolly or something that they would then keep until the next year when they would have to come back and defend their title, because these things are always cyclical. So yeah, that is where we find ourselves at this time. I think I'm just going to have a quick check. Say a quick hello to Sarah Rose, who I can see in the comments. But I don't have it. There's no actual questions or anything for me to answer, so I think we can go on with the ritual now and finish up our celebrations. So, it is always almost a little sad to start considering that we have to say farewell to this lovely group of entities that we've invited to join with us. But it is now time to say farewell, and we start with the goddess. Mother Goddess, we thank you for joining us as we celebrated the first harvest. We hope that you will bless us with your presence, and we extinguish this flame, knowing that it is but a symbol of you. hail and farewell. And to the god. Great sun god, we thank you for joining us as we celebrated the first harvest. We hope that you will bless us with your continued presence. We extinguish this flame, knowing that it is but a symbol of you. Hail and farewell. And on to the quarters. Guardians of the watchtowers of the east, element of air, we thank you for your participation in this rite. Go if you must, but stay if you will. Blessed be. Guardians of the watchtowers of the south, element of fire, we thank you for your participation in this ritual. Go if you must, but stay if you will. Blessed be. Guardians of the watchtowers of the west, element of water, we thank you for your participation in this ritual. Go if you must, stay if you will. Blessed be. Guardians, the watchtowers of the north, element of earth, we thank you for your participation in our ritual. Go if you must, stay if you will. Blessed be. Great circle, we thank you. Blessed circle cast around, now I raise thee to the ground. Energies now grounded be. As I will, so mote it be. The circle is open, but never broken. We are the people, we are the power, we are the change. Blessed be. So, thank you everybody for joining me for this. Lammas is always one of my favourite festivals. I probably say that every single festival, but I particularly like Lammas. It's got bread. Who doesn't love a festival with bread? But yeah, it's a particularly fond one, I think, largely because for many years I have celebrated Lammas, particularly with a large group of people at a pagan camp. And it is nice to know that whilst I'm here performing this ritual now, those people are all performing their rituals wherever they are. And so despite us not being together, there is that connection across space and time. And I really like that. So I will have a quick chat to see if there quick check of chat to see if there's any burning questions. No questions. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Yeah, I think Kate has mentioned about repeating back and forth. Yeah, I think there's a lot of power in that. I really like it. I think it helps to build a connection as well when you're not together. But yeah, so I am really grateful that you were here. If you've popped by and this is the first time you've seen me do anything like that, thank you if you stayed. And there's plenty more witchy stuff on the channel if you want to go and search for it. I have been sat like this for rather too long, and my old infirm knees are starting to shout at me, which is not conducive to doing anything much. So I am going to call this one a little shorter than usual and not stick around to do much chitter chatter. But I am nonetheless incredibly grateful to you all. If I didn't mention it earlier, if you like these sort of rituals, you can check out my book on Amazon. It's linked down below. That's got ritual scripts for all of the Wheel of the Year and some extras as well. They're all taken from the scripts that we put together while I was running the open circles for 10 years. So yeah, go check that out if you're interested. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you did. I'm going to leave this here. I hope that you will continue your celebrations with family and friends wherever you are. I am going to go finish this cider, which was particularly lovely, and put some butter on the bread, I think. So thank you all so much. Until next time, stay crafty.